So much has happened in professional wrestling just this week. And quite honestly, I want to talk about it. Let's go.
Always win! This is the final hour of highest standard. And it's just too late, but they throw it away. It's time to show that we won't know.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Pro Wrestle Talk Network here on YouTube. And I forgot to mention in the last video that I am still the reigning Big Pro Wrestle Talk champion. Just to flex that a little bit. I know I'm the only person who can kind of contend for it right now. But, yeah, we're just going to move from that. I'm going to put this beautiful, custom-made, $1 million title off to the side here. So the first thing I want to talk about here is Cesaro. His contract expired with the WWE. He is no longer under contract with them. And quite honestly, I don't really know the details into it that much. I'm sure you can go anywhere else and you can find the details into why he left the WWE, but he did not resign after negotiating contracts. And honestly, rightfully so. He is somebody who should be world champion. He should be on the big stages. He should be doing more than just Sheamus, Ricochet, Ridge Holland, those kind of matches. He should be contending for the Universal title, contending for the world title. It's really interesting to me that he never was used really properly. I mean, he had his moments where he was like, all right, maybe they're actually going to build Cesaro here. Maybe they're gonna put him in a good situation to be champion. Like, he won the Andre Battle Royal. He was the first winner of that. What else? Multi-time tag team champion with different tag partners like Tyson Kidd, Sheamus, and I think that's it off the top of my head. He was Andre the Giant, tag champion, former U.S. champion. He had the tag titles with Shinsuke Nakamura. I just remembered it happened last year. Not last year, 2 years ago. But he very much deserved more in the WWE. I hope he goes anywhere else and thrives. I know everybody's going to say, oh, he's going to go to AEW. Not everybody has to go to AEW. Like EC3 and Braun Strowman, a.k.a. Adam Scherr, a.k.a. Braun Strowman, are opening up a new promotion, Control the Narrative. And quite honestly, I can see anybody going to that. I can see Cesaro going to that. I can, like, his Killer Cross, he's already going to that. I can see anybody going there and kicking some butt. This doesn't necessarily mean that Cesaro won't. I just don't think that he should limit his options to just AEW. There's much more where he can go, many more places where he can go. He can do anything. You all see how he is in the ring. He's a fantastic performer. He is somebody who, without a doubt, is going to be a star wherever he goes. It's just unfortunate that he was not used in that star type level in the WWE. He can most definitely go and thrive anywhere. He can go to AEW. Maybe he can just do the indies, he can go to Impact. He can go to New Japan. He can go anywhere. He can go where he started. I don't know where he even started, but I know I haven't followed his career that well, but the thing is, I know he can do it. He can go anywhere and he can be fantastic. Claudio something, I know it was his name, but the thing is, I don't think he should go to AEW. That's just my thing. Because think about it, with all these guys, all these ex-WWE guys who are now in AEW, like Buddy Matthews now. He just debuted last Wednesday for the House of Black team. They just got Keith Lee. There's rumors of Isaiah Swerve Scott signing. Jeff Hardy signed. We'll be talking about that later. Well, not necessarily signed just yet, but I'm going to get into that later. But there are so much talent going to AEW now, that to the point where it's kind of turning into like a TNA. Now, I don't want to say TNA 2, because TNA, yeah, they had all these guys, but they also utilized every single talent they had almost. Like, they used guys like Sanjay Dutt. They used all those guys in TNA, but they have such a packed roster and only 3 hours of Turner television time each week. They have the 1 hour for Rampage and then the 2 hours for Dynamite, and there's only so much you can do. I honestly think that a brand split would honestly save that. I know people would disagree with me because they're going to think that, oh, they're doing fine now. But the thing is, Dark and Dark Elevation airs on YouTube, and not everybody watches YouTube like that. There's all the people who are older and they only watch TV. Like they'll watch Dynamite on Wednesdays. They'll watch Rampage on Fridays after SmackDown. Not everybody is able to go and watch on YouTube, and that is, I feel, is going to be the eventual downfall for AEW's guys. Like, there are guys who should be signed, like Big Ben Bishop. He shared my post on his Instagram story the other day because, like, I do believe that he can do something in the ring. He is somebody who is a powerful man. He's like 7 foot something. He can most definitely go. There's many guys like Fuego del Sol. I know people are gonna say, "Oh, why are you saying that about Fuego del Sol? He's a jobber who was brought in because of Sammy Guevara's blog." And I'm just like, I don't care. He can go in the ring. He can put on a good match. He got himself over. He didn't just do that by doing the vlog. Like, yeah, that may have like helped him a lot, but no, there was a lot that went into that. AEW, like they just need to like take a break from signing people right now. Signing these huge names. Start building up guys like Brian Cage. Brian Cage did just re-sign for 1 year. He did that 1 year extension. And quite honestly, I hope within that 1 year they use him not on Dark or Dark Elevation, but on Rampage and Dynamite, because he deserves to be on TV. I don't know what the heck is going on with that, and I don't know why they're not using him, but he deserves to be used. But drifting away from the AEW talk, but Cesaro, I do think that he should, he now that he's free, he can go anywhere. Impact, I think, would be fantastic for him. Like, yeah, see, that's the thing. Another thing with Impact right now, and like I know I said, like, AEW signing all these ex-WWE guys, Impact is kind of doing that, but the thing is, they're using all of their roster who's on Impact currently. They're not just limiting it to the main guys every week that like AEW has been. Like AEW has had CM Punk on the screen in some way, shape, or form since he returned to wrestling last August. And I don't know, it was August, I think. But it's just interesting to me that AEW has all this talent, but not all of them are getting used. And I know it's not necessarily, like, I don't know. But we're going to move away from AEW's talk. But yeah, Cesaro is no longer with the WWE. That is the main thing about that. He can go anywhere. He can kick butt anywhere he goes. And no matter what he does or what he chooses, the Big Pro Wrestle Talk podcast will support Cesaro no matter what. Next thing I want to talk about is Tommaso Ciampa. So apparently after NXT 2.0 went off the air last Tuesday, Tommaso Ciampa cut a heartbreaking promo that ended with him saying, "We are NXT," with the crowd. And honestly, if that is the end of Tommaso Ciampa's time in NXT, I know he has the upcoming tag match with Braun Breaker against the Dirty Dogs, but I do see Tommaso Ciampa hopefully succeeding on Raw. They've been kind of building up. Like, they could even do Tommaso Ciampa and Dolph Ziggler at Mania. They can have Tommaso Ciampa win the Andre Battle Royal. They can have anybody. They can have him go up against anybody. And especially because Vince McMahon's running things now in NXT. NXT can... guys who come from NXT can see more success because Vince McMahon is seeing them himself, unlike how it was before when Triple H was running things, and then he would just send them to Vince McMahon and say, "Hey, I'm this guy," and I don't know, like, it's all, I don't know, like, I get it, NXT is supposed to be like that, developmental, and it's supposed to build these young talent, but the thing is, Tommaso Ciampa's been there for so long. I think this is a well-deserved main roster call-up, and I hope they do something great with him. Give him a U.S. title run, Intercontinental title run, give him a world title run for all I know. I can see him being WWE champion. Because I've seen what he's done with Goldie on NXT. Maybe he can have like Goldie 2, I don't know, in the form of the WWE title or Universal title even. You never know. Yeah, Tommaso Ciampa could have just said goodbye to NXT, and quite honestly, if he did, thank you, Ciampa. I hope you go on to great, fantastic things on the main roster here as time goes on, because you deserve it, man. Yeah. I know we didn't really talk a lot about that, but you can go anywhere else. You can get full details. You can go to Wrestle Talk. You can go to What Culture. You can go anywhere, and you can get all that information there. Next, I want to talk about the Edge Open Challenge for WrestleMania. On Raw, Edge, he opened. He didn't open, but he midway through Raw, he got on the mic in the ring and he said, "Hey, I want a challenge for Mania. I need a man who can step up to me and level me." Damian Priest on the bump this past Wednesday, he said, "Hey, maybe he'll accept the challenge. Maybe Edge will get a U.S. title match at Mania." I would love to see that. I would love to see Damian Priest and Edge at WrestleMania. But no, AJ Styles is somebody who everybody's been talking about facing Edge, because as of now, AJ Styles really hasn't been doing anything on Raw other than really just wrestle. Like, he wrestled Damian Priest 2 weeks ago for the U.S. title, and he lost, unfortunately. But you know what? It was a good match. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was a great professional wrestling match by both AJ Styles and Damian Priest, and props to them for that. I do see AJ Styles and Edge going at it at WrestleMania. And if they don't, honestly, I can see them doing like Cody Rhodes even. Because like there's those rumors of Cody Rhodes could be going to WWE. The thing is, like, nothing is official yet for Cody Rhodes. Nothing has been set in stone for Cody Rhodes to WWE. Like, I know in my previous video I did like my fantasy booking for WrestleMania, and I put Cody Rhodes against Damian Priest. But the thing is, I do think that if Cody Rhodes does resign and he does have a match at WrestleMania, I would love to see him put on an absolute banger against Edge. Cody Rhodes, he can go. Anybody who has watched AEW can see that. Like, he can put on a fantastic match, and the thing is, people are just gonna boo him because he's Cody Rhodes, and he's trying to be his dad, I think, and I don't know. But yeah, what a crazy turn of events. Like, there can be a lot of people who can face Edge. Finn Balor, he just accepted Damian Priest challenge for next week on Raw for the U.S. title. Maybe we can get Demon Balor and Edge, but no, the way I think they're going to go about it is Demon Balor versus Damian Priest at WrestleMania for the the United States title, and yeah, and then they'll go from there. But overall, I do think that Edge and AJ Styles will be happening, and quite honestly, I know AJ Styles, he did just resign, and he's going to be making possibly per year like close up to Goldberg, and Goldberg is a part-timer. But yeah, you never know, man. A lot of turn events have happened. Edge, AJ Styles, I can see that most definitely happening. Next thing I want to talk about is something that was literally like some news that broke yesterday. Quite interesting to me, actually. Vince McMahon having a match at WrestleMania? I'm not going to talk too long on this because, well, quite honestly, Vince McMahon, he's an old man. He's like 70-something years old. He should not be in the ring. That's just my opinion. Like, hey, you know what? Maybe if he goes, he can go. If he can go, he can go. He's appearing on the Pat McAfee show on Thursday. I'm going to tune into that, actually, because I'm very excited to see because this is the first, like, interview Vince McMahon has had on, like, any form of platforming in a long time, I think. I don't want to say, like, I know he's had interviews, I think, since the Stone Cold podcast back in, like, 2014, 15, but, anything could happen. There's rumors that Pat McAfee could be facing Vince McMahon, and I don't think that's going to happen at all. Vince McMahon, I don't know who the heck could face Vince McMahon if this is the case, because Vince McMahon is an old man. I can see them doing, like, they can have somebody wrestling for him, just like how they did, like, with Umaga and Bobby Lashley when they did the millionaire match. I don't even remember what kind of match it was. All I remember was, like, loser shaves their head, Vince McMahon lost. But it was an interesting. This is an interesting news story to me because, well, professional, like, when I look at, like, WrestleMania cards, I do not want to see the old man Vince McMahon on there right now because, I don't know, I think that he'll die in the ring if that happens. And it's very likely that that can happen. Next thing I want to talk about, it has been made official this past week on, I think it was SmackDown they announced it, or was it Raw? I don't know. All I know is that it's happening. They are doing title for title at WrestleMania with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Oh my gosh, that's insane to me, actually. I think that this match will be an absolute banger. I think it'll be a huge last match for the Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns feud. This feud's this extends all the way back to what? When did WrestleMania 31 happen? 2015. Like, think about it. This is going to be a huge match, especially Roman Reigns now and Brock Lesnar now. We still have yet to see this match. I mean, we did kind of, did we? I think so. I don't even remember. Because Brock Lesnar returned at SummerSlam. I gotta look this up real fast. I'm sorry I'm taking a break here, but I gotta look this up. I gotta look. Because I know it didn't happen at day one, because of Roman getting COVID. Because I feel like this happened. Yeah, because he returned at SummerSlam. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm just looking at this stuff. I'm sorry, but yeah, it has not happened since Brock Lesnar returned. I thought Brock Lesnar did face Roman Reigns at one point, but he didn't. That's right. Because it was supposed to happen at day one. I'm sorry if I'm like going completely kind of off track here, but Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, this is months in the making. This is WWE doing long-term storytelling, and the thing is, nobody wants to really admit that WWE is doing a fantastic storyline here. I love what they're doing with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. The title for title is interesting to me, especially because this is the first title for title, like, world title scenario since TLC 2013, I want to say. Was it 20? Yeah. Because Randy Orton would go on to WrestleMania 30, which is at 2014. So yeah, it was TLC 2013 with John Cena and Randy Orton in the TLC match for the WWE World title. So this is going to be really interesting. I don't see them combining the titles, and if they do, I would love to see the World Heavyweight title design come back. I've seen people say what if, but the thing is, now I'm thinking about it, they can do it. They brought back the old Intercontinental title design in 20 whatever when Cody Rhodes had it. You never know. So yeah, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, I'm excited for that. It's going to be a banger. Next, I want to talk about something I brought up earlier. Jeff Hardy is going to AEW. I did make a video how I would book it. If you want to go check that out, go check out the channel. You can see it's one of the most recent videos. Actually, I'll have it stamped here at the end of this video here if you wanted to wait and have this video be over first. But yeah, Jeff Hardy was talking to a fan, and this fan leaked it. Quite honestly, if I was Jeff Hardy, I'd be PO'd as well. I did see in a promo that Matt and Jeff just did that they were kind of like, oh, he spoiled one of the most greatest things that's going to be happening, and da-da-da-da-da. But, Jeff Hardy's going to AEW. That's exciting, Who's to say we won't get Hardy Boys? Who's to say that we won't get, who else? Hardy Boys, we can get Will the Wisp. We can get the Unique Enigma, Jeff Hardy, But yeah, Jeff Hardy's going to AEW. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because this has been out for a while now. Everybody's, I'm sure, has talked about it, or you have seen somebody talk about it. So if you want to go back to do that, go ahead. That's kind of the point of this video. I just want to talk about it. This last thing I want to talk about, I don't want to end on a bad note here, but Logan Paul's having a match at WrestleMania, and it's against the Mysterios teaming with The Miz. Oh boy. This is an interesting one. I don't understand why they're I understand they want to bring the celebrity buzz that'll draw people who don't watch wrestling to go watch it. But I don't know. I don't think that this is the best idea. Like for WWE to do, but you know what? It's WWE. You never know what could happen there. You know. Logan Paul facing the Miz facing the Mysterios. It's going to be an absolute blowout. Mysterios are going to win, no doubt. But it's just interesting to me because when I look at WrestleMania match cards, I don't see Logan Paul being on there. Like last year when he didn't wrestle last year, so I was perfectly fine with him just being there, especially because of Sami Zayn's character at the time, which is kind of still the same thing. But I don't know. It's just interesting to me because, well, when you think Logan Paul and WWE, you don't think of hearing those two words in the same sentence, you know, or the phrase and the name in the same sentence. I'm really interested to see what they do. I mean, judging on what we saw on Raw, that he has been training, I guess. I mean, he took that stunner last year at Mania pretty well. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting match, nonetheless. I can see them losing. Mysterios are going to come out on top, no doubt. But I don't know. There's not really much I can really say about it than what the bleep, you know. But hey, you know, this is wrestling. You know, expect the unexpected. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you guys like this, let me know. I'll continue to do this. If you watch this video all the way through, thank you so much. It means a lot. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and peace out, dogs.
Won't take it back.